So my mother passed away, unfortunately, on June 8th, 2015. We had our her Shraddh ceremony was on the June 18th that month. And Saraswati Narayanaswamy madam, uh, as you know, she was the founder of Balavidyalaya, which was one of the um, you know, schools which was a very strong proponent, and they implemented, or at least they attempted their best. They endeavored their best to implement oral education. And she was also a member of the GC of AYJNIHH, if not executive council. I'm not totally sure about that, but at least she was a member of the general council of AYJNIHH while my mother was director. So she sent me an email on June 19th. That was the day of the memorial ceremony for my mother in Calcutta. That, dear Shomu, Amma, and I used to go to a temple in Mylapore to pray for the eyesight of you and Mr. Roy. Though Amma has left us, be rest assured that I would continue to pray for you with lots of love. Also, I have sent a short letter. If you'd please read it out at the memorial ceremony on my behalf, I would appreciate it. Saraswati Auntie. Mrs. Rekha Roy, my friend. Rekha Roy, how do I address you? An audiologist, a speech language pathologist, a teacher of the deaf, a colleague, a reformer, an activist, a professional in the field, or a friend. I first met you in the 1970s at NCRT, New Delhi. As a young professional, you had just returned from USA. The first meeting itself, you came and spoke to me on many things that interested both of us. Next, I met you was in the 1980s at Shark, Kolkata, in your hometown, in your institution. You took me around and spent a lot of time explaining what you were doing there. Then I met you in many different places, at meetings, at seminars, at conferences and workshops all over India and even abroad. You so emphatically discussed the various issues and the plight of our Indian children with handicapping hearing loss. And then I met you at AYJ Mumbai as the director of the National Institute. Though you had occupied a much bigger chair, you were as sweet and simple as ever. Oh, how I wish I could convey in words and narrate the lovely time I spent with you in the meetings of NCED, National Convention of the Educators of the Deaf, NGO meets, RCI, Rehabilitation Council of India meets, Executive Council meetings of AYJNIHH, and the inspection tours. Full moon had something to do with our friendship. On many a full moon days, we had been together. Apart from enjoying the moonlit sky, we had discussed life for many, many long hours. I remember sitting in the banks of the holy Ganges and watching the glittering water at Haridwar, and then in the forests of the holy hills of Tirumala and the shores of the Bay of Bengal at Marina. The full moon had been our only company. During many of the occasions of our tours, work was always a pleasant experience when you were there keeping company. The temples we visited together are many, spanning the width and breadth of the country. Shopping could never have been so simple without your smiling presence with me. You introduced me to the artisans at Delhi Hot, and then the roadside shops at Hill Road, Bandra, Mumbai. Most of the time, we went window shopping, not buying anything at all at the end of the day. Rekha, you were instrumental in bringing out preschool education and parent infant programs into the country that refused to believe in the strength of young children and their families. I owe to you a big share of whatever success I have in my professional life as an early interventionist. You were the one who gave me the strength and the courage to believe firmly in what I was doing. It is sad that I'm saying all this when you are not here, but I'm sure that you will listen to me wherever you are. I pray to the Almighty God to embrace you with His might and help your soul rest in peace forever and ever. Your loving friend, Saraswati Narayanaswamy, Chennai, 17 June 2015.